Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is now just 3 weeks away, and the first reactions for it have now come out, and they are nothing short of absolutely outstanding. Now, last month, Ray and I had a chance to go to CinemaCon. They showed us a good 15-minute sequence of Dead Reckoning. It involved a big, high-octane car chase scene that was pretty intense, and Ray, it had Palm Clementif in it. Mantis from the MCU was in there. What did you think about that footage that they showed us?
Palm, that's it.
Palm.
Yeah, she looks great in this movie. It's a different, I've only known her as Mantis. That's all I know of her.
Right.
But in this one, it was like, okay, this is a different Palm, and she looked really cool.
And dangerous.
And
like
dangerous.
Tom Cruise, like in the scene they showed us, Tom Cruise is actually on the run from Palm Clementif.
It's all the Mission Impossible movies putting Tom in a situation where, okay, how's he going to get out of this? Is that what it feels like?
I mean, that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it. And now the first reactions for this movie have come out, and they are living up to all the hype. A couple of them are saying that it's like the best Mission Impossible movie yet. Not all of them are saying that, but right across the board, it seems to be pretty outstanding feedback. Let's go look at some of the reactions coming out of the screening of it. Perry Nemiroff, who we know very well, wrote, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is another winner for the franchise. Yet again, the production value is through the roof with some of the most well-defined and exhilarating set pieces photographed in ways that truly make you feel like you're in the middle of the action. Mike Ryan writes, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 works as Christopher McQuarrie's ambitious examination of the meditation on AI and the dangerous path we might be on. He doesn't like it. With the inherent nature of being Part 1, said that a lot lately, not as satisfying as Fallout. So Mike really liked it, but didn't say it was good as Fallout. Anyway, Joseph writes, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is phenomenal. Haley Atwell steals every scene she's in. This is now my favorite Mission Impossible film. With the AI being the villain, this feels like a cautionary tale. The action had my heart rate elevated. That train scene is mind-blowing. And I think we got a little bit of a glimpse of that train scene, of course, in the trailers. Germaine Lucier writes, Dead Reckoning Part 1 is fantastic. Dynamite, timely story, excellent new characters, huge variety of action, and a final set piece that ranks in the top 2 to 3 all time for the franchise. It gets a little dense at times, but its pace and intensity more than cover that. Kate Earlbland writes, after the insanity of the last few films, Mission Impossible 7 has a tremendous amount to live up to, but one thing I'll say now in quick reaction format, it does the best job yet of recent Part 1 of 2 features in feeling like its own film while setting it up for the next half. Eric Davis writes, I had an absolute blast watching Mission Impossible, an impeccably made action film that does not stop entertaining. Each action sequence is long, crazy, and intense. The story is big and sprawling, but I like how it both felt complete and left you dying for what comes next. Next up, Nigel Smith writes, there's a car chase in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning that brought me so much joy. I got a feeling it's the one they showed us in CinemaCon because that car chase was incredible. It reinvigorated my love for the summer blockbuster. The craftsmanship of this franchise is unmatched. The final train sequence is a whopper too. I caught myself leaning in from my seat. And they just go on. I have yet to read, and we've said this a few times about a few movies, but I've yet to read a negative reaction. Now, again, let me give this disclaimer about first reactions coming out. There are 2 different embargo dates. One is social media reaction, then there's the full review. And the social media embargo gets lifted first. People are generally allowed to give a quick reaction to it. And when we're only able to give a quick reaction, 140 characters or however many the limit is now, you tend to focus more on what you liked, and then you wait till your full review. But the reactions have been glowing. People really seem excited and charmed about this. Of course, for a lot of people, it's not connected to the Mission Impossible franchise or to the Top Gun franchise. But of course, this is people's follow-up. This is a lot of the audience's follow-up to Top Gun Maverick. Can Tom Cruise do it again? And it looks like he really has. It's funny. This is one of those franchises that it's kind of like Fast and the Furious to me. I didn't actually love the first couple of chapters, to be honest. But the franchise really grew on me. And then it got to a point that I just couldn't wait for the next one. Same is true as Fast and the Furious. I didn't like the first few chapters, but then I fell in love with it. Haven't loved the last couple of chapters, mind you, but I mean, Mission Impossible seems to be going strong.
Is he? I had a question. Since this is going to be my first one, is he running from the same person?
No.
Same thing?
No.
So it's like a different
It's a
thing
different mission every time.
Okay, so that works out
There
for
are
me.
some recurring characters and stuff like that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Ethan Hunt going into action again.
And you're right. After Top Gun Maverick, I'm giving my attention to Tom Cruise until I watch a movie where I'm not happy.
Watch The Mummy.
afterwards.
Watch The Mummy. That might be the one for you.
No. We're going forward. We're not going
No, we're not
backwards.
going
here.
backwards.
From this point on, we're going forward.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.
All right, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about the early reactions we're now seeing for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1? The movie comes out, it's just 3 weeks away now, and the reactions seem to be overwhelmingly positive. Are you hyped on that Tom Cruise train right now, coming off the afterglow of Top Gun Maverick? Have you been into the Mission Impossible movies at all? Did you pick up at some point? Maybe you're like Ray, you haven't seen any of the previous ones. Are you looking forward to this one? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, but more importantly, make sure you subscribe to our daily podcast, the John Campea Show podcast, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and your favorite podcasting app of choice.